I used to write
Yeah.
episodes in like 20 minutes, which is crazy. And they would only be like 6 pages long, but now I struggle to keep them so short. It's so hard to keep episodes so short now,
Because the characters
especially
are so dynamic now.
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to write big ass monologues. And they jump around from setting. They don't just sit in a hallway for like 3 fucking minutes and talk. Like, I don't know whatever thought of me like that. Oh, the first episode should be them in a hallway talking about fucking math. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, um, Hero
But
still made the episode look good regardless.
yeah, true. It holds up even to this day. But
Yeah.
about
Thank
like
you.
the future of the Sinverse, you came up with Chernobyl ages ago, and that's a very big story. Like it changes a lot within the Sinverse, and it's the ending of phase one. And I mean, I don't know what to say not to spoil anything, but people are gonna fucking love it. It's so me and like we've come up with so many ideas for Chernobyl that I remember Derek at first he wanted it to just be 15 episodes, but there's so much that's gonna be in it that it has to be 30 at least.
Yeah, think of Chernobyl as the end of the story, the end of these characters' stories from the very beginning. Um, you're going to see conclusions to a lot of characters that we haven't seen since the beginning of Roswell or so on. Um, and some of the new characters as well. Just the way I'm going to explore it is going to be real fun. And then, God, Austin keeps fucking barking.
Oh,
Um, I don't know what he's doing. He probably wants in that fucking hot tub. But
Oh man.
so with this series, I expect Salem to finish within the next year.
Yeah.
And once that's done, Chernobyl's up, which God, I don't want to do that shit. But once it's done, Bermuda's up, and that's gonna be really exciting because Bermuda's kind of be gonna be a challenge, but it's also gonna be completely different.
how did you
It,
come up with the ideas for Bermuda?
I stole it. So a friend of ours, Coco, he came to me and he was like, "Yo, man, I got this idea." And I got this idea, right, man? And he was like, so this is the idea. So this boy lives off Maine and he finds a mermaid and they link up and they like each other. And I'm like, yo, dog, that story sounds pretty shitty. But secretly I was stealing it. So uh yeah, I mean to be fair, all of the art that he sent me inspired by it was just trace pictures of Cullen, so it's fine. But yeah, I definitely stole the fuck out of his idea. Um
And then I thought about what if Carson was the main character in Bermuda.
Yeah,
Um,
so I wanted it someone with white skin or like lighter skin because I really wanted to draw like the pink and red sunburns over
Mhm.
time. And I wanted it to be something like that. I was like, I don't know what character I want it to be. And I guess I don't remember, but I guess Dallas came with the idea for it to be Carson. Um,
and that
which
he ages up over time. It's like a love. You came up with it being like a love story.
yeah, so it's not unlike it's unlike any other Sinverse story that we've seen. Whereas the antagonist doesn't really exist in the way that others have. The sirens are still like in the story, but it's very small. Think of this more as an impending doom story where love is at the center. Like, the way that Bermuda is going to be done is it's going to be a short story. It's not going to be 30 episodes long or anything like that. Think of it like a movie in comic format. That's what I imagine this being like. Not really episodic, but more movie like. And I don't really know how I'm going to do that yet, but it'll be really fun to figure it out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Especially with Yarrow at my side to storyboard, right, Yarrow?
girl. Okay. Anyways,
Cricket.
definitely. Yeah. And then Red Valley, which is probably the least developed like story so far, just in terms of what we're gonna do for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Red Valley is the skinwalker story, everybody. Um,
Takes
probably
place
gonna
in the
be
90s.
probably gonna be the most horror themed Sinverse one.
I
The
would love to
Sinverse,
work on that series with like the outfits.
the freaking the Sinverse has always tried to be horror. Like it's always like that's always how it's always started.
Yeah, that's
But
what's on the Bohorror podcast.
but it always like ends up developing to more of like do y'all know those memes where it's like oh it's a coming of age story where the kids figure out their sexuality and it's like oh lord girl that
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what the Sunverse is unfortunately um but I have a lot of fun doing it so I love that idea. I love the Sinverse formula of three characters, three teenagers, paranormal shit. And although there's a formula to it, which you'll find out all the way at the end of the Sinverse, you'll find out that there's a reason for everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say not to give away too much, but you kind of deviate from that formula a little bit in the last series, right? A little bit.
Yeah. So let me think. So the first two series, there are three sets of characters. In the last one, it's kind of like one or two. It's pretty much going to be one. In Bermuda, it's going to be two characters. In Red Valley, it's going to be one character. In
Point Pleasant,
Point Pleasant is two.
the duo.
And Woodstock is three. Boggy Creek is four. It's kind of like three or four. And then the back rooms will be pretty much one, but two for the most part. And the two characters are quite opposite. I'll just leave
Yeah.
it at that.
And it's extremely unique. But every single thing in the Sinverse has reasoning behind it because we don't like to write without having reason. So, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but, you know, even Sin, don't want to spoil, but there's a reason, you know?
Yeah, I don't. Part of me is like I don't want to explain away the magic or anything like that. But I think it's really important that if I'm gonna do a final series, I go all out. So I answer every question. How
Explain where the Sin and Sinverse comes from.
how did this universe start? Why is fusion a thing? All this stuff.
The
And
origin of Brazilium.
the Backrooms is really going to show all of that, and it's more of a classic Backrooms thing. It's not like these motherfuckers on TikTok where they're like level 9,994, and this fucking creature, the shit monster, is gobbling your nuts.
I feel like it's
Like,
going to be a bit more abstract.
yeah, it's a lot inspired by Dante's Inferno. If anybody's read that, that's watching,
But
and if you haven't read it, it's like that movie As Above, So Below. So.
But the next one is, and the last one of phase 2 that will come is Point Pleasant. Now, how'd you come up with that?
I don't remember.
Well, we know the main character is Autumn, who will be. I mean,
Well,
she was in
I'm
one
gonna be
episode.
honest, I'm pretty sure I stole it from Davin. Davin had his series taking place in West Virginia or wherever the fuck Point Pleasant's at, and Davin loved the idea of the Mothman. So I watched a video on the Mothman a little bit later, and I watched. It was like a 30 or 40 minute documentary about this girl going to the place and the mine shafts, and I was so inspired. I was like, "Bitch, I'm stealing that shit." So I stole it all, and Davin was pretty salty at first. He was pretty upset that the Mothman was getting a story, but now he's come around to it because he's like Christian and not like a loser.
Yeah.
But the main characters are Josh and Emmeline's daughter, Jessica, which, by the way, was originally an alternate universe. I was like, no, we'll keep it in another universe. Like, this is just like if they had a kid. But then Emmeline and Josh ended up getting together in the main canon because everybody loved it so much. So I
Yes,
kept
and
it.
the other main character is Autumn, who was seen briefly in A Night Out in Salem. And she has a lot more in Salem season 3.
And she's got her own character poster now. Like, you know what that means.
Yeah. And she's one of the main characters with Jessica in Point Pleasant. You said it'll have like a Scooby-Doo vibe almost?
Yeah, so it'll have a lot like mystery incorporated.
Yes,
specifically.
It will take place after Salem.
It will take place this following school year after Salem. So about a month or two.
But then we move on to the real good stuff, phase 3.
I wouldn't say that now.
Okay. Well, pretty much Derek knew that he wanted to do, threes. So he wanted three phases, but he didn't know exactly what to do for the series for phase three just yet. So what Derek did was gave me and gave our friend Kyle each the option to come up with our own series, our own idea, choose our own
Well,
location.
no, not exactly.
Or you kind of gave us
I
options.
had a list of 3 different series, and it was Cannabis, which was originally a chupacabra story, Boggy Creek, which was about the Fook monster, which is basically like Bigfoot, and then it was Woodstock, Vermont, which was about vampires. And I told them they could choose. And Dallas, you chose first, didn't you?
I believe so.
I think you did. I had Dallas chose Woodstock, and Kyle chose Boggy Creek, and then I ended up changing the Chupacabra one to the Backrooms because Chris gave me the idea,
So,
and
um,
so it fit.
Woodstock and Boggy Creek are going to be the first series that are kind of co-led, at least, and that weren't originally from, like, at least like the characters themselves weren't created by you yourself by yourself.
Yeah,
But Woodstock, I wanted to do something unique, but I also wanted to return to the roots of like the Sinverse and like the roots of Phase One. So I created a series with a trio, and they have sins inside of them, and just like in Phase One. And I chose Woodstock because I thought vampires are so iconic that Derek could really take it in a unique direction, and we could tell a story of vampires that is unlike anything that has ever been shown, because mostly vampire stories are like gothic and like dark.
Monster
But
High, Monster High.
I,
Right.
I wanted to tell a colorful, like hallucinogenic, crazy
Hallucinogenic.
story of vampires. And I felt like Woodstock, the town, is actually very close to the Woodstock Festival, even though they're actually unrelated. So I decided to merge those ideas, and eventually in Woodstock there will be an episode called the Woodstock Massacre. I won't
Wait,
spoil, but
hold on. Where is the Woodstock Festival at?
the Woodstock Festival, I believe it was in New York.
Bitch, what? I thought it was in Woodstock this whole time.
No.
We're gonna have to change the name of this series, I fear.
Okay, whatever. But I did a ton of research on the history of Woodstock and how vampires relate to the town, and I connected it to the present, in quotations. The present of Woodstock is in 1969, and shit hits the fan, and it's very interesting and cool, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, get this shit. So the original family that was inspired, like that caused the whole mass hysteria of vampires, is named the Corwin family, and one of their ancestors owned the Corwin house in Salem, which is now the witch house.
Yep,
Now that's some Destiny level shit right there,
Audrey's
which is pretty
house.
crazy.
But yes, it has a lot of ties to Salem. The backstory, actually,
Yeah.
of
So
Woodstock.
also, Yarrow is leading Boggy Creek. So tell us, Yarrow, what's Boggy Creek about?
You know,
I
I
have
don't
to
think I can.
agree.
I don't think I can really say at this point.
Okay, but the real owner is Kyle.
Yeah. So this is like the first. It's like expands on Faith's stuff, her little time travel and universal jumping that we've seen in Salem. First page, it kind of does that to level 500.
Yeah,
It's a multiverse.
multiverse.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a multiverse story, and it takes place, let me think, about 5 to 7 years after Salem, I think. It follows a girl named Jordan, and we kind of see how she is very lazy in her. She's not a sin or anything, but she's very lazy, and she's very what's the word? Uh,
Unmotivated.
unmotivated. But I'm trying to think. When you put things off, a procrastinator. She's a procrastinator, so She's 18 or 17. She's about to be 18, something like that. And she's in her like last couple months as a senior, and she still has no idea what she wants to do with her life. She's in no clubs or anything. So her parents force her to join a club, and the only club with open spots left is the Cryptid Club. And she joins it and meets a couple other characters. One is Morgan, and she's kind of a troublemaker. She's pregnant. She's let's just say she lives in a trailer park and leave it at that.
Says more
and
than
then-
enough. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like Yaro.
Okay. And then she also meets another girl named Sheridan. Now Sheridan has a lot of pressure from her family to be perfect, so she is in every single club. She tries to get as many points as she can for academic, and she thinks more about the future than living in the present. So all of these three really bounce off each other really well. It's going to be the first like trio that's all girls. And then the character that's kind of going to stir up their life is Mateo. And he is the son of Nisa and Josh from another universe. And we're going to see what would happen if the sins in Roswell and Salem were switched. So Nisa will be greed, Josh will be sloth, and Leighton will be envy. And we're going to see exactly how things happen to cause that. We're going to see Nisa's corporate greed, and we're going to see just how vast the multiverse of characters of the Sinverse is.
It's almost like
in
an
this story.
AU that's leaking into the main universe, like if Fiona and Cake were to leak into the Adventure Time universe.
Yeah, Faith's constant messing with time has kind of made things really unravel, and the stuff in Boggy Creek is ruining the universe so badly that will kind of lead into the backrooms, and it kind of explains no clipping in backrooms. So, without giving too much away.
Yeah.
Now, Kelin is having his own series after these 9 called Coming Up with ISIS. And Kelin is going to explain the backstory about how ISIS came to power. So, Kelin, can you tell us a little bit about that?
I don't know much about her coming to power, but all I remember is she growed into a giant woman.
Didn't ISIS come into power by like doing 9/11?
Oh my God.
Trifle.
Very trifle, but that would be a fun thing. Like if Sinverse ever becomes a series, that would be a fun like shorts. Girl, I'm not a fucking dog.
I mean, I wouldn't mind to
I think
work on
that's
this.
Yaro.
I wouldn't mind to work on a series with Derek.
Yeah,
I want to do
Kelin,
something.
you can help me design all the outfits.
Yeah, you're a good outfit designer.
Yes, thank you.
Yaro, are you alive? Classic Yaro. Classic.
Sorry, I keep not turning on my phone. I'm
He's
alive.
as dead as his dad.
Yaro. I mean,
What?
we know you're not good at turning things on, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's just say Yaro had a really terrible girlfriend.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
we're getting into that now.
I mean,
Mar,
she was
if you're watching this, I hope
Oh my
you're fucking
God.
dead. I hope you rot in a fucking ditch, you fat
Oh
bitch.
my God.
Yeah, she is one of the worst people I've ever even
Okay.
heard of. And Yaro
Mar,
is
I'm
such a
gonna
sweet.
purposely send you the link with the bookmark to this time.
No.
So that way
Yaro-
you know that you're a fat bitch and
Yaro
you
is
deserve
a
everything
sweet-
coming.
Derek, you so fucked.
Yaro is
My
a sweet
God.
angel. Yaro is a sweet angel who got treated badly. So
Okay.
we've adopted
Let's-
you, our little baby.
Let's
Okay.
just say she won't be alive much longer.
Oh my God. I think we're getting off topic here.
Let's just say
She inhabits
She's-
all 7 sins.
let's just say those
Let's just say the
eyebrows
main
aren't
What's
the
the
only
world?
thing that are thick.
Oh
Let's just say when the cat comes out to play.
right.
Okay, well, shall we end things soon? Like kill ourselves?
Oh my God.
This podcast is the longest one so far. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna fit Yara in that image.
Yeah.
Derek's gonna draw a sofa or some shit.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put him on the couch.
Girl. But then
Yeah.
but then it'll look like he's part of Boho, and Yaro's not part of fucking Boho.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
girl.
I don't want to be a part of Boho anyway.
Girl, you
Oh.
wouldn't even be able to see all the colors. By the way, yes, audience, Yaro's colorblind. Comment down below by making fun of him.
Now that I passed away, I should become a skin in Fortnite.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a
Derek,
girl's
what's
dad.
up, fault?
An artist that is colorblind. Wow.
Well, you know what they say.
That just makes Yaro's art even more impressive.
In other news, give me your meat. Give me your meat right now.
Yaro, what are your opinions on your first podcast? How was it?
It was pretty shitty, honestly.
Well, I mean, that's, better than I expected from you, so I'll take it.
Yeah, honestly, this was kind of a shit first podcast for you because I just talked for the whole fucking time.
I mean, that's kind of how our calls go anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yaro and Kelin, I need y'all to give me your final closing arguments so that way you feel loved and appreciated on this channel.
Is that so?
Tell us what you're excited for the future of Sinverse.
Oh, you go first, Euro, then I'll go.
Kelin, you can go first.
Okay.
Listen, I got
Okay,
a couple of...
wait.
I got a couple of questions. These are the couple of questions to keep in mind. I want to know what you're excited for. I want to know your favorite series, the favorite series you're looking forward to, and your favorite character.
That's way too much for me to remember.
That's way too much, right?
Girl, y'all got the brains of a fucking goldfish.
I forget y'all are fucking brain dead and stupid as fuck.
Bitch, like I was holding my fingers up trying to count. Goodbye. But,
girl,
yeah, I'll go. Well, mostly I'm looking forward to really for each series individually is the character design. I really love character design. I feel like it makes the show. Let's see. After that, like my favorite series probably would be like Salem. Like I like Salem. Like I just love the concept of Salem. It's different from Roswell in all type of ways, but they still have the same, feature of having the sins being involved. But they're all different. Which one I'm looking forward to? Probably Boggy Creek. It's the most I've been hearing about, and it just I like the naming of it, Boggy Creek.
Are you excited for Floppy Creek?
No, look, no, Derek. And also, I want to see the characters in Boggy Creek. Like, I want to know more about it, and I want to see the art direction of it. Is it going to be like a dark type of show? Is it going to be colorful?
I want to see Morgan's fetus baby be born.
Sick.
Let's just say it's going to be very much Seed of Chucky.
Ooh.
All right, your turn.
Wait, to finally finish it off, my final favorite character is Colin. Yes, my favorite character is Colin.
Why is he your favorite? Considering
I don't
you
know.
didn't even know his fucking
name. I was going to say, you didn't remember him.
It took me a while to fucking remember his name. I'm sorry. Like, it takes a while because he is, like, unnoticeable. But Colin is just, like, that kind of cool, boring. I don't know.
Are you describing Dallas?
Yeah. I mean,
he's
that
like
sounds
cool,
like
boring.
me.
Like, he's cool, boring. Yeah.
It's me describing Yaro and Dallas, like, literally.
I mean, shit. All right, Yaro's going to be, like, number A.
Right.
Do you know when I used to say that all the time? I used to say number B all the time or whatever.
All right, Yaro.
I was gonna say I want to say that I'm excited to see it all like come to an end and see how it all like comes together.
Wow.
No, like
I'm
excited to see how it comes together.
You wants to be out of this contract.
Like, yeah, we asked you to talk about the Sinverse, not your life.
Okay. But no, I am sad because Salem is, it's the series that I've been working on for the longest, and it's coming to an end here pretty soon.
Ripped.
Okay.
It worked out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. By the way, when you were like, I'm excited for it to come to an end, why is that you after an 8-hour shift?
Okay.
Okay. What series are you most looking forward to?
Let's just say the ending.
Yeah. Well, no, because like I was saying, I'm excited to see how it all comes together. So I am excited for the backrooms.
Hero's going to be given
yeah.
director.
I say the backrooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Only because I want to see the concept that he does that's gonna be so different from the usual number 9.
Yeah, it's gonna be very different.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Let's just say it's only going to be 9 episodes long.
Is the 9th episode gonna be the scariest?
Let's just say he's going to meet the devil.
Okay.
Cool.
What's your favorite character, Yaro?
I think you all know.
Who is it?
Is it Sir Trashy?
Just say right.
It's Sir Amphibian and Trashy. You keep mixing their names.
It's my favorite one is Bridget Bishop for undisclosed reasons. So,
girl, you know it smells bad under that dress.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
That's that tombstone coochie.
Davin had this whole idea. It sounds like a Rick and Morty episode. Davin wanted an episode where Trashy, like Audrey goes in the garage and finds Trashy like in there, like hiding in the dark, like you fucking tossed me away, Audrey. He was gonna come out, like he was gonna slide out, like with like a knife in his hand and everything.
You did say that Davin loves giving stories to minor ass characters.
Yeah, it was so weird. But then they were gonna like bond over it. I don't know why Davin wants Audrey to bond over a pile of trash so bad, but anyway, that's me trying to talk to Yaro.
And it's all just a schizophrenic episode.
Yeah, like she wakes up and she's like, God, I need to stop taking those pills in Jen's closet.
Aunt Jen's like, honey, why are you hugging the garbage can?
She's like, let's just say his name's Trash.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys seen that theory that the Sinverse is all just in Josh's mind when he got, like, knocked out? Yeah, I believe in that.
Yeah, I believe it too, honestly. But I'm most excited for Woodstock because I'm egotistical. But in terms of future series, I'm probably most excited for just Chernobyl because it's so fucking like good. The ideas, it's gonna be like peak Sinverse. But my favorite character is of course Desmond. I love getting to write for him.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anything is topping Salem's peak. Salem is so vintage,
right?
Well, whatever. But I love Desmond. I loved getting to write for him. I loved getting to include him in Colin's Cove, and I got to come up with a Tituba arc for season 3 that we shall not spoil. But she has to get an arc at some point.
Oh, that's right. Nobody even knows like the titles of the episode because that fucking trailer never came out.
Yeah, Derek paid for a trailer to be made for season 3 of Salem, and the person just kind of like didn't make it. So yeah.
I mean, they sent me back the money, but still. Also, I just want to say here,
only up from here.
Yeah, right.
Okay, hold on, Yaro. I do want to say here though, real quick, before we leave and close this out.
Yeah.
This reminded me of that whole. It was like in Josh's dream the whole time. The original ending of Roswell was that all of it was like a history assignment that Josh turns into his teacher. I'm not kidding.
Oh, wow.
All of it was like based on the Roswell incident. And he turns into his history teacher. Like Leighton and Nisa were made up characters in his story.
Oh my God.
And she was going to be like, this is like not factual at all. You get like a C. And that was going to be the ending. Like, I swear to God.
That would have been so fucking
funny. That would have been so funny.
Yeah. So that was going to be the end. So yeah, the motherfucker had wrote the whole thing. Yeah, he's so me-core. So, yeah.
No, I like that. No, I like that concept though of it ending like in a weird way. Because someone will be like, "What the fuck? Like, why would he end it like that?" But it's cool. It's
maybe
funny.
the backrooms will end with just me like turning it into a publisher, and he's like denied. So, I have one last secret to tell you all. Let's just say Pepsi will be returning.
Soda Sona?
Goodbye.
Oh my God.
Sona.
Well, and with that, I thank you all for joining.
Follow me at Salad.
No!